So today's project is back at the house. We're gonna take that shed and move it back into the trees right there. So we had a shed that came with this house, and I bought it 10 years ago back in this area. It was a 10 by 12. We took it apart last year, loaded it on the trailer, and we brought it out to Billy Creek, and that's our shed we have out there at the property. So this shed we acquired, and we just want to pick it up and move it back there. So I got some prices on how much to do it. I had one tow company said maybe in the next few weeks, as long as it doesn't rain, a couple weeks beforehand, because they don't want to sink in the yard. I had another one say $250 to come out and do it, and then I had a shed moving company that said that they would move it for $500. So I'm like, you know what? I could probably figure this out myself. So the plan is jack up the shed, put it on blocks. The trailer is just under 3 feet tall, so I just need to jack up side at a time, put it on the blocks, back the trailer underneath of it, and then back it in to the spot where we want to have it. I do have to drag it this way first, so I'm going to hook it up to the truck. I'm going to drag it down this way, then jack it up, put the trailer under it, and we'll see if this works. Just slide it straight back. So wish me luck. So the shed used to be right in this area, just a long ways, 8 foot across, 12 foot this way. So now this shed, we're going to go right from this tree to this tree, try to squeeze it right in between them and drop it right back here. I had electricity in the other one. It was pulled through this little conduit, and so anyway, we're gonna plumb that in and get it set up, and then yeah, we'll see how this works. The plan was to steal these little blocks, borrow them, and some over at the house, and put them underneath it. And then I realized that's kind of Mickey Mouse, and I'd have to stack them 8 tall. That's not gonna work. Yeah, that's a little too unsafe. So I put a post on Facebook with my neighbors, asked if anyone had any blocks I could borrow, and sure enough. So I just ran and grabbed a few blocks from my neighbor a couple doors down, and borrowed his big old farm jack, and we're gonna get back to it on the shed. It's currently December, and in these winter months, when I go to work, it's dark. When I come home, it's dark. So for me to work on yard projects, I have to either do it on the weekend, which we spend out at the cabin property at Billy Creek, or I can do it in the evening. So I've got the general giving me some daylight out here, and I've been out here working on the shed. So I've got the shed jacked up. I've got the trailer underneath it. So I went to Harbor Freight, got a farm jack, jacked the trailer up. Yeah, that one looks like it's a little sketchy. Jacked it up on some cinder blocks. I got the trailer underneath it now. And all I have to do at this point is lower it down onto the trailer and back it up into the tree area. And this will get me to my next project. Free the Penske 16-foot box truck and get rid of it. So I'm a whole lot closer to getting the shed moved. I've got to get my pole saw out, get some branches trimmed up on both sides, and then we can just scoot it straight back. And then I can begin the shop project. Good times. Well, we backed it up, got a pole saw out, and we cut up all the branches along here. There were actually, I decided to move it over a little. See, there was a tree right there that we decided to cut down to have more space. So now I just have to jack it back up again. And once I jack it up, I should be able to start lowering it down, and the shed should be in position. So I've got an electrical conduit right here that will run up into the shed, and then I'll be able to do outlets and lights and finish it all up. We have to do some trim work on it and pretty it up, but yeah, almost there. Let's talk about stupid and lucky all at the same time. So my little farm jack got a little squirrely and the shed fell over. That's why all these blocks on the ground. Luckily, I still had the trailer underneath it. So it's supposed to be sitting there, but now it's back here. Man, I was just about to pull the trailer out, and this booger fell onto the trailer. Barely. It's barely on the trailer. You shouldn't do projects like this by yourself. So far, no harm, no foul. Time to restack and regroup. Okay, so the plan here, level out where the blocks go a little bit better. You can even see that that's the stack I think that started to lean, that kicked it over. So I've got all these little pieces of 2x12, and I can rake a level spot, put those down, put the blocks on top, and that probably work out a little bit better, because there's not much sticking out the back of this trailer. Man, lucky. Woo! It survived with some stupid mistakes. It survived. So I still need to get some blocks and level it out. Yeah, so next part of the project, we're gonna go in here. Oh, well, this stuff fell. So the plan is, I'm gonna run some electrical outlets in here, put some lights up. So yeah, thank goodness for the lights on the general. Thank goodness I didn't lose an arm, a leg, a head, or anything else on this project. But I got the trees all trimmed back. We moved the shed back where I want it. It looks good there, and that's where it's gonna stay. So next step, clean up, and then electrical. I have the shed moved. It's in the proper place now. We've got it leveled. So at this point, what we need to do is run some electric. What we're gonna do, put a plug on each wall over here. We're gonna put a light switch for the interior lights, which I got some LED strips to put up, and then the exterior light as well. So I have the power shut off, so there's no power here. I'm running off a little spotlight, and I've got some car headlights out here too. But yeah, this should be a fun project. Again. So we've got the shed in place. We've got it leveled. We've got it up on blocks. I started on the electrical inside. That's about finished. Now I need to get rid of the pile of debris from all the trees that I cut down. Today's a burn day. We've got a burn permit, so we're gonna get rid of some of this and then get back into the inside of the shed. This is all the stuff I cut down to make the shed fit where it does. So we're gonna burn that. We're gonna burn all of this over here. We've got dead trees all over the place here at the house. So because we live in the city limits, we have to get a burn permit through the fire department, which I do have today. The wind's light, humidity's high, it's perfect. So I'm gonna try to see how much of this I can get burned today, because it looks pretty raggedy out in the backyard. The shed's not totally done, but we've got electricity, we've got lights. This will be the woodworking area over here. Lawn and garden over on this side. Still need to get some plywood up on the walls, but it's coming along slowly but surely. And it is a beautiful night. Thank you everyone for watching, and have a great night.